In the previous video lecture, we talked about cell division. We also studied that each human begins his or her life from a single cell. And this single cell is known as the zygote. Zygote divides again and again to form an infant. Further, it is the cell division because of which we develop from an infant to an adult. Besides growth, cell division is also involved in repairing our damaged tissues. This role of cell division is responsible for the healing of wounds, cuts, and injuries. For these functions of cell division, which we just mentioned, it is important that the new cells formed should be identical to the parent cells. New cells should be identical in size, shape, and functions. The number of chromosomes in each daughter cell should be same as that of the parent cell. This means, for the production of genetically identical daughter cells, each parent cell must first undergo a growth phase, in which it increases in size. It duplicates its chromosomes and other important components necessary for cells' function. In eukaryotes, cells undergo a repeating pattern of growth, followed by division. This repeating sequence of cellular growth and division during the life of an organism is known as the cell cycle. Suppose this is a eukaryotic cell. It undergoes a growth phase, and then it divides. The genetically identical daughter cells produced may further enter this cell cycle to produce more cells. Besides growth, what we need to note is that the chromosome duplication also takes place before cell division. So, for our illustration, let's say there are 2 chromosomes in the original cell. These chromosomes get duplicated. So, now there are 4 chromatids. And finally, after cell division, each daughter cell has 2 chromosomes. The cell cycle can be divided into 2 major stages: interphase and M-phase. Let's understand these stages and their roles in detail. Cells actually spend most of their time in the interphase. In the interphase, the chromosomes uncoil into extremely long and thin structures. They cannot be distinguished as individual threads in this stage. Also, under light microscopy, no dramatic change is visible inside the cell. So, does this mean that this stage is a resting stage of cell? Or, the cell is idle during interphase? The answer is no. Interphase is an active time. The cell is fulfilling its specialized or routine functions in the individual's body. And, in terms of the cell cycle, interphase is the stage during which a cell prepares itself for cell division. Interphase is further divided into 3 phases: the G1 phase, the S phase, and the G2 phase. G stands for gap. But these phases are not just gaps because cell growth takes place during these phases. S stands for synthesis. During this phase, DNA synthesis or chromosome duplication takes place. The first gap, or G1 phase. As we said, each new cell arises from a pre-existing cell. G1 phase is the duration between the birth of a new cell and the onset of its chromosome replication. During this phase, the cell grows rapidly and carries out its normal routine functions. Cytoplasmic organelles such as mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum usually duplicate during this phase. The S phase. S stands for synthesis. More specifically, synthesis of DNA. During this phase, the cell duplicates its chromosomes. These are the 2 chromosomes before duplication. When these chromosomes are duplicated during S phase, we get two exact copies of each chromosome. These two copies of each chromosome are attached to each other at a point called centromere and also along the arms. Now here, you must note that, although the chromosome is duplicated but remains attached to its exact copy at the centromere. Recall that, as long as they are joined together, these duplicated chromosomes are considered as a single chromosome. Please note that these duplicated chromosomes are not visible during interphase. We have shown these images just for illustration. The second gap phase or G2 phase. The second gap phase is the time period between the end of S phase and the beginning of M phase. During this time, cell further grows and synthesizes proteins that are required in the subsequent cell division. An important event that takes place during this phase is the assembly of microtubules. These microtubules are visible outside the nucleus. We will study later how these microtubules are involved in the movement of chromosomes during cell division. These were the three phases of interphase. So, all the preparation for cell division is complete. The cell now enters the next stage, which is known as M phase. M phase or mitotic phase. This is the stage during which actual cell division takes place. The main events of this stage are chromosome segregation and the division of cytoplasmic contents. M phase includes two main processes: mitosis and cytokinesis. Mitosis is the process in which duplicated chromosomes are separated into two nuclei. Each of these two nuclei contains same number and kind of chromosomes as the original cell. On the other hand, cytokinesis is the process in which the entire cell divides into two daughter cells. M phase is the shortest part of the cell cycle, whereas interphase is longer stage, accounting for 90% of the cell cycle. In the next video lecture, we will study the process of mitosis in detail. Thank you for watching.